From Swiss Chris's studio in Brooklyn, New York, this is the Art of Music Tech Podcast. Your guest today, drummer and producer Swiss Chris. And now here's your host, Fela and Denis.
Let's go, and welcome to the Art of Music Tech. I'm your host, Fela, and I'm here with Denis, my co-host.
Hi, everybody, and we're here with Swiss Chris.
Part
back in the
2.
studio. Part 2.
Swiss Chris, y'all.
Number 2.
Swiss Chris, y'all. Swiss Chris, y'all. Swiss Chris, y'all. On drums, Swiss Chris, y'all. On drums.
Yo, what up? How you doing?
Doing great.
My
How
name
are
is Swiss
you?
Chris. I'm here.
All right. Thank you for being here and letting us be
Pleasure.
in your studio to do our second half of this podcast as well. We were here for the first as well. I met Swiss Chris for the first time about 13 or 14 years ago with John Legend. When I was when I was in South Carolina. So we go way back with that.
Oh my God.
And then I really got to know you though when I moved here to New York, and I would see you at the clubs that I was mixing at. We were out there,
Nice.
slaying away, New York
we
City.
played the Blue Note together too. Like we went to the Blue Note Jazz Club and a bunch of other
now
great banners. Yeah.
Defunct club out in Williamsburg. Well, most clubs in Williamsburg are now defunct.
Rose
Live.
Farm, the Rose.
Yeah.
A bunch of things. But we just kept bumping into each other and then started working together. It's a pleasure. Shout out to 23 dB. So
Thank you.
Thank you.
yes,
All
you guys
right.
rock.
Yeah, we've done videos together now.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've been working together a couple of years now.
And it's
And
a
I know
pleasure.
Swiss
Great.
Profela.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Yeah, and Dennis he's a cool guy too.
Yeah. So
Fela is my homegirl. We cool. And Dennis-
yeah.
We're Gucci.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You call him the Russian spy, but that's
Russian
not funny
spy.
right now. He's
Yeah.
not a spy. Okay, let's delete this out, the podcast. He's not a Russian spy. I didn't say that.
No, he's
I
not.
did not. Yeah, I just didn't even, I didn't even mention that.
Yeah. but anyway, going back to like when I started seeing you again about 9 years ago, you were using electronic gear with your acoustic set back then, and just wanted to go over what you're using now, because I mean that was 9 years ago. I know.
And when
your,
you actually started
your gear,
using
and how that came about.
The hybrid setup. Yeah. So if you listen to dancehall and listen to reggae music, or you listen to early hip hop, or you listen to any mix from after the 60s, like starting in the 70s and 80s, and in the 80s was a lot of drum machines. You hear part of it hybrid already. Jamaicans do it. A lot of Jamaican drummers did it. Haitian drummers do it. They put a special kick trigger and then trigger it, and people are like, "Oh my God, that drum sounds different." And like a lot of West Indies progressive, and then you think about London, the mixes in electronic, that time, the history, and then New York. So yeah, I've been using hybrid kits since I could think, because I had an acoustic drum kit as a young kid, but then the moment the Lynn drum, shout out to Dr. Roger Lynn, the moment I programmed the gig I didn't want to play, I programmed it on the Lynn drum. And
Now, what's
it's a
the Lynn
punk
drum?
band. The Lynn drum is one of the first original drum machines. Very short sample time, basic sounds. Like the Lynn drum goes way back,
80s,
Lynn one.
70s?
It's late 80s.
Late 80s.
Yeah, yeah. So like we're talking about late 80s. Mid to late 80s.
Okay, so you buy a drum machine.
You could get a drum. I mean, those were expensive that time. You didn't even have. They were in the studio. You just had to work it. That was like when gated reverb, when like a lot of guys were doing like gated reverb experiments too. On the drums, or when the drums is muffled, like kind of like, or the bottom tom head is out, like there's only top heads.
Oh, okay.
Which is kind of cool sound,
Very print soundy.
Yeah.
That's what
Yeah.
a lot of it is.
Yeah, a lot of the stuff is like that. Got that vibe. I mean, it's like, what are you trying to recreate or create? Like having access to 808, like the TR-808 drum machine sounds. That's into everything now. I mean, it was in the 80s, and the way music recycles itself over 20 years. Think about it. Like now we were back again. we started like Organized Confusion had some beats that were like that, and then we went to the South to Outkast, and now we are still, you know what I mean, like anybody with the name Young or whatever, or, you know, anybody that came out, you know, I don't want to like name this and that, but like there's a lot of dope trap music and dope Southern things, but I think Outkast and Goody Mob is one of the things that brought like some of that vibe too. And it's different. It makes you probably rhyme or spit different when you hear acoustic snare or rim click or you hear a clap.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
It's a different
Outkast has
effect,
some
you know,
more
like,
amazing
their
stuff.
production, they have always live drums too.
Yeah.
Live instruments and all this stuff. There was like some of the, I'm not saying the first pioneering, but we talking about like universal mixes, but you can think dance hall. You can think like anything. You can think any.
Oh, yeah, even the Miami, like.
The Miami bass.
bass
Now that's
music.
oh,
Yeah, I
that's
mean,
a
that's
whole.
a-
That's hot. I mean, you're talking about like now you're talking like using mixes, electronic. You know, even in go-go music, you had mixes with electronic sounds. Got that sound again. That was nice. Yeah.
Edit
Yes.
that out.
Yeah. We're gonna have to let's not take it out. Let's keep it in. What is that? That's a bell coming on every 15.
I think it's
Off of your
think it's
your
kinda-
That's
computer
mine?
or something. Yeah,
that must
maybe
be-
like an email ding.
No, but it sounds like from this laptop over there, but I don't know.
Nah, it's
Because mine doesn't do that. But like we don't need to. Sorry guys, we're in the middle of it. Just pretend it didn't happen. This is an interesting. No, this is a good.
Wi-Fi is on.
Focus. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
What's it saying? Wi-Fi is off. Or?
Not on. That was coming from. That's because it's not my computer. It's Fela's computer.
Ah, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, but like
I
let's.
forgot.
Yeah. No, we're gonna edit that out.
Well, yeah, we'll edit this.
We're
out.
all blushing, but it could be all of us.
You probably didn't record there. We probably heard it, but it didn't go to tape.
Yeah. Oh well, audio stuff. Thank goodness this is what we do.
Yeah.
All good.
Let's go.
So where were we? About the Outkast stuff.
Oh, I just love Outkast. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm like such a fan. Like, you can go right here.
Oh yeah, Gangsta-ish by Outkast.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh yeah.
was just freestyling the snares.
That's me all day in high school.
Oh, that's you.
Oh yeah, that's in South Carolina. They were the kings in the
yeah,
South.
yeah,
I mean,
that's it.
between
And
8
you know-
Ball and MJG
Yeah,
and all.
oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's
That's
all.
let's talk
3-6
about that.
Mafia.
Yeah,
Yeah, all
oh,
of
yeah.
that stuff.
That
too,
They were
so.
big in Russia too.
Oh, okay.
They were big in Russia.
Master P, you know.
Yeah, Master P, the Cash Money, yeah, all of that stuff.
I mean, I'm
that
just
was,
saying, like that sound. That
Yeah.
time, like
yeah, those signs.
we sound old school, but like you know what, like there's a similar sound now. And you know, the trap there's some hot trap stuff out there. There's dope 808s. If the 808s boom and they hit the speaker, yeah.
yeah. So I mean, so your inspiration was from those cats on like
Also,
really.
you know, like anything that you want to reproduce, I think it's more also dancehall and reggae. Like it's like any
Was
record,
the-
you know, or like when you grow up at the time, even listen to Depeche Mode, listen to their music, and then you know you mix it. You kind of like listen to James Brown, that type of recording of a drum kit, like Funky Drummer, or like that one mic type of, you know, or whatever recording type of style. But then you go to listen to stuff that's totally programmed, and then you listen to a hybrid or a mix. I think it's interesting, like like nowadays guys are killing the MPCs, you know what I mean? Like the new MPCs, and guys doing finger percussion, like crazy stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I think I
Those little
respect that.
squares.
Yeah, you know, with the little squares, but those are drums too. I feel like everything is a drum. Everything has a drum. Even the piano, 88 keys. It's like 88 drums. And I think everybody is a drummer in his own thing. So it's like,
Yeah.
and for me, it's just fun to mix like different sounds and being able to play by yourself, like DJ drum type of thing.
Which you do too. And
Yeah.
How do you? So, what's your electronic and acoustic drum setup ideal for you to gig?
Oh,
teach?
it depends on from gig to gig, but there's definitely always an acoustic kick and acoustic snare.
All right.
At least one or two snares, perhaps three. The floor tom might be a snare too, so you have all that. So you have, and then you have a hi-hat, a crash, and a ride, and another like effect cymbals or chopper or whatever you call it. Like, so you basically have a variety of sounds, and I can actually not demonstrate them right now. We're gonna send the link or whatever to something, but like sizes, two like small snares, big snares. I have a sub kick that I use as a mic that I can
Yamaha?
boost some lows. That's a dope thing. It's kind of like I think you know better than me. Then it's just like reversed wiring. It's a speaker that turned into a mic.
Yeah.
And was
those
reversed
NS10 cones.
Yeah, so that's kind of like you could build your own. I mean, it's like that simple, but in the same. You know you want your sound, so I like lows. I like low kicks. I like high snares. I like to stay out of the way of the meat of the music a lot of times. Why? Like the toms, except we playing go-go music or a style where toms is like very important as far as like going all the way, or like some church music tom rolls, or tom comping. But other than that, I like to stay high and low, so the guitar, the keyboard, and every other instrument fits in.
Yeah, with that
On
sub
a
kick, you
sample.
can go to sub frequencies. Yeah. I mean, I get it. It's like 808.
I do want to attack. I do want the 909. I do like my both ideals is acoustic drums, and have option of 808s and 909s. And this is what you really hear in music now. The stereotypical layer, or if let's say you have an acoustic kick, and I would layer it with a 909, and it would sound really good because it would be present. Wouldn't be
Pulse
too
trigger,
long.
right?
Yeah, that's what I use a trigger. Like I have a trigger set up right now with the trigger module TM2 by Roland, and I could trigger the kick with a trigger with a Roland trigger, bass drum trigger. Right now I have it set up like this. I'm not turning it on right now, but like I have an SPD SX, and then I have two small SPD ones. Cymbals, I got FRXs, like the Sapien.
Yeah, it's
And-
beautiful.
and-
20-inch ride. Yeah.
This is cool. Got
They just
balls.
came out. They don't even sell them in stores, right?
I think they should be in the stores now by now.
Okay.
Yeah, like just. And then the Evans Level 360, the black ones I use a lot. Always have a cowbell around. I like the kick trigger too, like the big flat rolling. It's like a big rolling one. But the other one, the small SB1 pads, couple of them. Yeah, I mean, it really depends on the gig. If I have to use more toms, I will. I always have like one flat conga, like an LP, or I have an Ital conga with me.
You endorse both of them?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, so I mean, I also endorse now Lang drums by Arnie Lang, who is PAS Hall of Famer, who's an amazing cat. You got to check him out. He has a DVD out too, and he's writing a couple of his books get re-released. He's 87. He builds drums in the lineage of Gladstone. Gladstone was this famous snare drummer who had his own drums, and Arnie Lang is in that lineage.
And they sound
Hall of Famer.
amazing
Drums are amazing.
to
Killer.
record.
Killing. Yeah, killing.
We've recorded quite a few of his sets, and it's always a good
Snares
experience.
cut through no matter what.
Yeah, just mic them up, and it's ready to go. Oh, and getting some good tuning, but wow, those are some fantastic sounding drums, and we've gotten to even shoot video with you and Arnie, and we've gotten a chance to hang out with him. He was in the Philharmonic for how
40
many?
years.
Over 40
or
years.
more.
Yeah.
He was
Just-
the principal
wow.
percussionist, and he's the coolest guy, and he's really, like, I'm talking to him, and he definitely gives mentorship, and he's still got a shop out there in Richwood. You should go check it out. Everybody should get one of those Gladstone snares. Like if they really
Those are
serious about
custom
snare
made.
drum. They're custom made. Got your name tag on it. and it's like real good. And then he has another series that I'm playing the Lang drums, but he also has the
Brooklyn Tags.
Brooklyn Tags.
Yeah.
And I'm playing the Brooklyn Tags now too. Do just help push the great sound. What makes the difference is it's just different hardware. It's just thicker. It's just built. It's obviously handmade, and the hardware, the shells, the rims, the quality of the rims, and all that stuff makes a huge difference.
Oh yeah. We'll have the link to that video that we did. And you'll get to see and hear it. We did a really good recording with these, so we'll definitely put that in the links at the bottom. So yeah, what you have the Roland SPD SX.
Yeah.
Can we hear you do a little something on it?
Let me try.
Yeah.
Let me turn around.
You can take as long as you want. We'll edit until when you start playing.
Yeah. It's good that we got it. You know what? We got to do pre-production. I almost can't hear it.
Can turn up his headphone? Can you hear it now?
Man on the drum.
Yeah, it began in Africa. Thousands of years before the coming of the black prophet Jesus.
I can't hit that.
Swiss Chris.
Guys, I'm on the phone.
This is a
Swiss Chris.
Okay, I got yeah. And here I got this one. Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
All right.
We're rolling.
Rolling. I'll start again. 1 second, edit. Let me do an edit. Where's my setup? I should have set up more.
Can I get a hit?
The mixer is not connected.
Oh, it's not? Oh, okay.
Yeah, the output straight in.
Okay, let's do it. All right. This is just low quality. We should do a video with more all the chat with it.
All right. Thank you, Swiss. That was great.
Welcome. Thank you.
Again.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
You were playing that on the
Roland.
Yeah, Roland SPDSX. And I love to do like a video, put a link up, and do like a little clinic video type of thing. You know, make it like just break it down the equipment. Yeah, that would be a pleasure.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Yeah.
We'll definitely do that in the very near future. Thank you so much for going over your setup, your background, and your latest gear. It's been great. Thank you for coming on. And again, let us know your book again and where they can get
it's
it.
Modern Drum Set Stickings, and you can get it on Amazon. And if you get it, there's a promo out now that you get a half an hour free lesson with me. So literally you get either Skype or FaceTime or however you want to do the lesson, or in person in Brooklyn or Midtown. Modern Drum Set Stickings. You can get it on Amazon. It's Hal Leonard distribution. And yeah, it's
And
5 years and up.
Yeah, and how would they get in touch with you again?
Okay, Swiss Chris 777 on Twitter or Swiss Chris 777 on IG, and you can inbox me on Instagram. And like if you want, just follow me on Instagram. That's probably the best, and then you can inbox.
Facebook, LinkedIn.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's link. I'm on LinkedIn. I'm also on Facebook, but like I'm more on IG. You can contact me better on Instagram or on Twitter.
All right.
All right.
Cool.
Same here with 23DB Productions, and finding the podcast. We're on iHeartRadio, Spotify, iTunes, Podbean, all the good stuff. You can check us out. You can ask us questions and we'll answer on air. And follow 23DB, our company, where we do audio production, video production, and let us know what you're thinking. We're also on Facebook, IG, LinkedIn, all that good stuff. So, let us know what you're thinking, and thank you for listening. And we will see you later. So signing off for me, Dennis, and Swiss.
Peace, peace, peace.
Thank you.
And let's go.
For more information of booking 23DB Productions, visit their website at 23dbproductions.com. Like and follow 23DB Productions at Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter for the latest work.